Hola y un fuerte abrazo. Welcome to the neighborhood of Esperanza. Let's go take a look at this house. It's pretty hot here today, so I'm gonna put myself in the shade here real quick. Middle of the afternoon. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this one, friends. This house is a tear down, so we're looking at it for the lot size, which is enormous. It's 10 meters wide by 47 meters deep on a quiet street. That's all the sugarcoating I have. Let's go look at the inside, just because we're here. You step down into this little area here. This raises just a little bit of caution for me because I think of rainwater maybe coming and pooling right here. But I do like the idea of having a front patio. I would keep that aspect of this lot and having the house start back here because the lot is so deep you can afford having a sweet little front patio. All right. There are two things in this house that I would keep. One of them is the floors, these floors. The rest can go. That's just personal opinion because I like these floors. You do what you do. Oh, wait, now, so when you come in the front door, reroute here, there's a bedroom. Bedroom number one. And then we hook right here to bedroom number two, which is really, really big with its own bathroom. Like just this size right here is a bedroom size. My apologies if this is echoey. That happens in vacant houses. There's no furniture or anything to absorb sound. And then it passes through to its own ensuite bathroom. Good footprint here. Nice, huge bathroom. You can work with that. And then we come through to the kitchen area. I'm only 5'3", and this is really low. You know, you just need a good architect to redesign it because the space is what's magnificent. So let's go outside. We're gonna go front and around because I want to show you the second thing I would keep about this house. Okay, here's the second thing I would keep about the house. It's not the house at all, but the pasillo, or the little entrance on the side of the house. Let's go back here. Because the lot is 10 meters wide, you've got lots of room for a little pass-through to the back, because maybe you want a guest casita, or you know, people to be able to come and go without having to go through the main house. That's the nice thing about these little outer neighborhoods. Okay, here's what we're talking about. Look at this lot size and the mature trees that surround it. And also, there is a second story. I'm just gonna pop in. Obviously a newer addition. Wave to the nice people, Robert.
Hello, nice people.
Robert has all kinds of architects and builders that can redream this space for you. Esperanza is an older neighborhood, very quiet neighborhood, and we're on 47A. Correction, this house is located on 57A in the neighborhood of Esperanza. What I will do is I'll put a link in the description below that's an actual like Google map link that will take you to the location. What I like to do is when I figure out where it is, I like to go on maps and really zoom in and look at like, oh, there's a taqueria. And I did on this house. So there's a taqueria really close by. There's a juice bar really close by, a few other bars and restaurants. And just see like, what would be like the regular spot that I would go to if this was the location where I lived. Another thing about this house that's curious to me is it's a substantially sized house. And, you know, I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. Would you work with the existing house and the existing structure, or would you remove it and do something custom? That is my question. Esperanza is a quieter neighborhood, more traditional neighborhood. It's east of the new Parque La Plancha. I wouldn't call it walking distance. I mean, you could walk there, but by the time you got there, you'd be so hot and tired, you wouldn't be enjoying walking around the park. So like a bicycle ride to La Plancha would be perfectly doable. And the other thing I noticed when I zoomed in on the map, these are fun, is they have a tianguis, which is a flea market, every Tuesday and every Friday in the local square, which is just a couple blocks away. So thank you for that. Sorry for the interruption, and back to the video. And what I find with the streets that have the A after them is that those are quieter streets because the 47 and the 49 are the main streets and the A came a little bit later. So let's talk about the price. This is tied to a Mexican peso price of 2,900,000? 2,980,000
pesos.
2,980,000 pesos, aka roughly 150,000 US dollars. I'm going to put Robert on the spot. Is there any room for negotiation on that?
Yes, there is.
There is room for negotiation on that. If you don't want to be in the thick of the tourist center or in all the traffic, then this is a really, really lovely little spot. Very quiet too. Yeah, so there it is, Esperanza. Un abrazo fuerte. Wait, I did backwards again. Un fuerte abrazo. Besitos y cuídate mucho.